Oh, you know what we should watch? You guys want to watch the Punk match, Punk versus Prototype? This is a match that everybody was talking about, so it was probably worth watching it just to see how it went. You know what I'm saying?
So,
How's the audio here? Good?
Beaten Punk in the past.
Yeah, so as David mentions there, I was talking about this earlier. Prototype beat him at Evo back in like 2018 or 2017, whenever he was Echo Fox, right? Which was 2018, I think. He beat him with Alex offline at Evo. So he's beaten him before, and I actually don't think a lot of Karin players like fighting Honda, to be honest.
Is an interesting one. A lot of people think that Honda beats Karin.
Yeah, I think this character is not easy for her to deal with. That's a good example too, is like Punk is a player who likes to take up space when his opponent's negative, right? So like you do something like jab, headbutt, or whatever, you're slightly negative. Punk is someone who likes to walk up and like low forward hit confirm or like bait your throw or whatever, and then just jab buffer into another headbutt.
You know, our own Alex Vaya said that his style of play is so unorthodox versus a reaction.
Jab, jab, hands, light hands after him.
So I think that's very interesting.
Tried to back throw into the corner there for sure.
I mean, look at the start so far right now. Prototype.
That was a good read.
Half-life lead, but here comes Punk. And again,
And the side switch.
This
She has to hit this character a lot, and it's not easy for her to fight him on the ground, right? Like, he has good buttons to contest with on the ground. Nice. That is a true Honda player. You just walk up, jab, wait, EX. I think he just did. I don't know if he did this to anti-other jump on purpose, but this move is just good. Yeah, that move is so good. EX butt slam is incredible.
Punk with his own wrist. He's got pressure here.
Wake up hands.
This is what you have to do as a Honda player.
I mean, the thing about wake up hands too is like if it's blocked, who cares, right? Like you're gonna V trigger cancel it, so who cares if it hits? Who cares if it's blocked? You're chilling either way.
I mean, she can press the button immediately, but if she wants to throw, you can hit her first. And
the thing about this is like Punk has to keep it super tight whenever Prototype's negative, right? Because he's hitting jab. He's like, what's it called, doing wake up hands and stuff on wake up. Like, you know, he's trying stuff like that. You got to be careful about, if you're Punk here, this is a little scary too. When you neutral jump as Honda and hit Fierce, if he empty jumps there and she does crouching heavy punch, what could happen is she does this, she swings up and it just misses. And if it misses, then Honda can land and do like Fierce in the hands or whatever.
Oh, a bad confirm by Punk.
Yeah, V reversal. She doesn't really need V trigger in this matchup, right? So like having a V reversal to get the knockdown on, that's pretty good. I think the dash up in this matchup really smoked him too. Oh no, that's a lot of damage. And look at the stun. Look at the stun on this. Look at how much stun just holding this and then catching the backdash. Look at how much it built. Like it was like 20% stun to like 70% stun. Cannot be reversal. And that's the hit confirm for the kill. That's the thing about Honda in the corner too, is you can do jab, right? And then do jab medium target combo into hands or whatever. Or you can do jab tick throw, or you can do jab into hands, or you can do raw hands. Like your pressure there is pretty scary. Or jab, jab, and then you can wait and then do EX butt slam. Like, yeah, it's scary. He kind of just got bulldozed, and I think a lot of the situations there where normally, you know, players wouldn't press or challenge or whatever, like Prototype was like, I'm just gonna do a button.
Can you hear me at all? No?
Yeah.
No?
Okay, you can't hear
me.
me.
You can, okay. Okay. Oh, stop it. No, Nathan, stop hitting my microphone.
What's happening?
Okay, let's go. Next match. And he didn't change characters. He did not change characters. I thought maybe...
Again, okay, remember last round where this happened? There was like, hands got blocked, right? And then Punk like, there was headbutt, and then afterwards, Punk got hit by jab into another headbutt. Like, in this situation, same thing's happening again, where like, Punk chose not to respect the reversal button and just walked up for the throw.
Did not change characters. I thought maybe we would see a switch to Seth to maybe
that was good with
like go up against the one matchup and
mistime median. Again, I think Prototype has shown that he is constantly going to challenge on defense no matter what. Correct? Like you have to keep it super tight because he's willing to challenge with buttons or hands or whatever.
Network, because we saw a misconfirm from the crouching medium kick from Punk earlier, which is something we rarely see from him.
Moste.
right.
I think Punk is very good though against players who respect situations like that though, where they have to like sit there and deal with his pressure, where he just convinces you like I'm gonna walk in your face and do whatever. I was gonna say he'll V reversal the next time that happens. Yeah, he's scared of the V trigger cancel to armor through, but he's gonna V reversal the next like raw headbutt or whatever. Clean. That's what I mean. So, you know, like before, Prototype was challenging with buttons and stuff. When Punk convinces him not to, that's when he gets to walk in, walk out, bait the throw, get the kill.
And directly in there.
But if Prototype just challenges, right, he goes buttons, 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 like it's working. So, you know, I think stylistically, maybe that's something that Punk... Yeah, that's what I meant about the neutral jump whiffing, by the way. Notice how first time he neutral jumps, and this crouching heavy punch right here, he could just whiff punish this as Honda. Right? Something Punk has to be careful about. This time he does hit a button, and it works.
What came right there, the floating pierce.
Yeah, and the second time, Punk challenged anyway, aware that
Yeah,
towards
James
heavy punch
and his
in the
cats.
air can scoot on over. Ooh, nice
Perfect.
reaction.
You don't have to deal with the frames after, you just EXDP. It does kind of suck that she doesn't really get much off of EXDP, right? So that's like one of her few knockdowns with bad. Again,
Dude, how many
convinced
shivers was
him
that?
not
That was
to
like
hit any
3.5
buttons or anything,
shivers,
right? Now, if you're Prototype, I think you're just like, alright, if he's going to walk in my face, I'm just going to start hitting buttons. I'm not going to let him get away with this. Look at the damage, and look at the stun. Like, this is what's so terrifying about this character. Raw activate, raw hands, tap V trigger. Look at how much damage and stun that is, like 30% already. Next hit could stun.
Wow, raw act. Oh, here we go. Like you said, unlike Alex, he can pressure just a little bit off of that.
Okay, waited out the V trigger. This is good for Punk now. Oh no.
Again, chases down the back.
EX? No.
EX. Oh, he choke throw.
I thought for sure. I thought exactly what Punk thought probably, which is EX butt slam.
Again,
Like goes for the hands, and then afterwards, like Punk is like doesn't want to hit a button, doesn't want to like wiggle because you're scared of this character just like dunking you. Dash up EX OQ.
EX. Oh, he choke throw is gonna kill. We're coming down to potentially match game for Prototype here. He can take this if he takes this round.
And I think here you'll see Prototype just recognize like it's time for buttons, right? It's time to contest in that range a little bit more against Punk.
Good work by Punk here. He's got the corner. Gotta make
Yeah,
this
that was
count.
punish. It's a bad spot. Good snipe too.
Nice. Not letting him get out of the corner there.
Oh no!
That is very bad.
Again, a misconfirmed.
I love when he does hands and when.
And the other thing too is when Prototype starts
There,
dashing,
time,
right? That's gonna make
into
Punk want
jab,
to check the
not always in the
dashes,
hands.
and when you want to check the
Very
dashes, that's when you get in trouble to big buttons from Honda, right?
There you go. Goes in there.
Yeah.
I think
Good
that
choice
was,
on the
that
V
was,
reversal.
Heavy hands though. He was plus afterwards, I think.
Too early from Punk. This looks like the right
I think
idea,
that
right?
was- that
Oh,
was
you're a
heavy
Sajam
hands.
fan
This
now?
it's close to thinking the big salty nacho. Thanks very much.
So he was
He's
plus-
very close on the timing after the backdash here, but he's a little early, and this damage is very important. Counter hit butt slam. Look how much that did. You guys see that? Look at how much damage that did.
afterwards, I think.
Now he's in a really bad
Well, I
spot.
mean,
You mean
Karin-
Punk would have been Punk.
Yeah, Punk would have been.
And that's just kind of Honda's thing on the ground, though, the headbutt hitting. Like, you're scared of the dash, right? You're scared of dashing up, so headbutt is very good at beating buttons, trying to check the dash. You're scared of, you know, getting hit by headbutt, so you turtle up, then he can dash up hands or go for EX butt slam or whatever pressure he wants to go.
and he V-reversaled instead.
Again, walks up, takes up space, not scared of thing, brother bone. Thanks very much. Hits him out of the air here.
Trying to go up into the sky. Prototype.
And again, he just takes the throw because he's not going to die. Activates,
Hitting the EX butt slam before it gets into the
V
air.
reversals.
Again.
This is where I think we get into
V-reversals,
trouble,
like I
right?
said,
Is like he just spends all the V trigger, gets all that chip damage on Punk. There's not a lot Punk can do about these, right? Like he can try to EX uppercut them, but it's a little difficult. He doesn't have V reversal anymore because he's already spent it.
One of the nice things about Karin is she can just keep doing that. What a
Blocks to
block
stay
on the
alive.
head!
This part I think is the most important
my
thing that
God.
happens. He lets him get the V trigger or the V skill, doesn't contest it, and then afterwards, he doesn't want to wait, right? Even though he has meter and even though he has resources, right? This could have been EX Tenko or something if he was ready to punish. Even though he has meter here, Punk is the one that gets antsy. He has a life lead, he has meter lead. Really, like in this instance, it's on Prototype to initiate with this much time and with Punk having resources to wait.
Hold on a second. This might be
Oh,
kill.
He's dead.
It is.
EX.
That moment to dash too is like look at the lead from Punk, right? Like he has a life lead, he has a meter lead.
Bunch of frames in there. That's for
Dashes forward and gets counter hit by forward heavy. Like, this is brutal. This is like the biggest way you lose the
Hold
match.
on a second. This might be kill. It is. Prototype sends Punk out of the tournament.
That's what happens. Your health just deletes. And there's really, in this instance, right, thinking about it, there really is not a reason for Punk to have to dash forward here, right?
Nice things about Karin
He
is
blocks
she
the
can do
overhead.
that.
That's
Whoa,
good.
on the overhead.
Then what ends up happening right
my
here,
God.
completely gets away with the V skill, correct? And
Nice.
then
Still a
after
bunch of
this,
frames in there.
Punk
That's
a
for
little
sure.
antsy on the dash. This is just like, if you think about that instance, the primary way you lose as Punk is getting hit by something big, correct? You have to get hit by something big there. So like dashing and getting crush countered by this big button, like, yeah, it's pretty rough. I can't help but feel this was somehow Vi's fault. Keep it down over there. That shit hurt. It did hella. That was a good match. Prototype did a good job, I think, recognizing just that early on challenge. And even still, actually, Punk didn't really like keep a lot of the stuff he did super tight. He kind of just walked up, walked back, baited stuff from Prototype. And then I think Prototype was like, all right, enough of this.
4 years,
Enough of thinking
eh?
Rails Royale. Jesus, 49 months. Thanks very much. Can you guys pour one out in the chat with some coffee? I think a pretty rough matchup for Karin to fight on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think any Karin player wants to stand there and fight against Honda on the ground and deal with these big-ass buttons and crush counters and all this damage and shit. Ew. Hanzo says, chat, can one of you explain the I in Punk's name? Don't do it. Don't fall for a chat. Instead of tell Hanzo about the L in his tournament record. Jesus. It's cold-blooded.